back on your screens again.
Again?
Okay, so what's funny now? It's like season 3.
I was even again. I'm sorry. This is like
Because I
we-
said again.
No, because we lost the other videos. We lost.
I know.
the
I
other.
understand our
So you
first
said
one, but
back,
I'm going to
Because you said
translate.
back again. It's like we've just.
Okay, no, but I'm not going
people
to.
are seeing us for the first time.
Okay, you know what?
You don't know us.
Okay,
we
do
don't
you know how we're going to picture this? It's
Yeah,
like they've seen
yeah.
us before. As much as it's
Okay.
their first time seeing us, we will pretend they've seen us
Main
before.
character
But you
syndrome.
know we need to. You know we.
Just like
Were
the
you
first
about
time.
to introduce us?
I was about to introduce
Ah,
you. You
go-
rudely
okay. I'm so
interrupted
sorry.
me.
Because we've
with-
done this before, and you
Yes.
said back again. It's like we
Like,
know.
yes, we're
this
pretty
is-
much back. Like, we're
'cause we
back
lo-
again. We're back again to the production crew. Yes, we're just not back
Yeah.
again to the audience.
Yeah.
But the audience do know us.
Okay. If I can
Yeah.
explain myself, we filmed like two,
Two.
three,
Two.
two. We filmed like 2 podcasts, and then Mapalo. This is Mapalo. Mapalo.
What an introduction.
Yeah.
That's
I lose
his name.
your, I lose
Right,
your
the
shit.
all
That's his
credibility,
name.
bro.
That's his name.
All
That's his
credibility
name.
out the window,
So
man.
Mapalo is our our video and sound guy, and his PC crashed, and we lost
Shame.
everything.
Shame.
And yeah, so we had so many inside jokes, and we have to like bring that back again. So it's Mapalo, it's your fault.
It's
but
not my
you
fault.
know.
It's not my fault.
But we're glad to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again.
All right. So
Once again.
I'm sorry. Do you want to do this again, Toast?
We are not. We're already diving in.
Just
I
dive in.
guess.
Okay, just
we're already
continue.
diving in, I guess. So yeah. Today's topic is. By the way, how are you, Singoko?
Man, it's so hot. It's so hot. The other day I killed a chicken and I did a small dance for the ancestors just to ask for some rain. It didn't work. Maybe I killed the wrong chicken.
Wait. It rained in Solwezi, so
Maybe I got the
Maybe.
dance wrong.
I think you got
Maybe
the
I got the
location
dance.
wrong. Like
Maybe,
you
maybe.
sent wrong coordinates.
I maybe sent
You
the
probably
wrong-
sent the wrong coordinates.
Maybe.
In your dance probably had coordinates as to where the rain
where
should go. Yes.
yeah.
As Ministry of Witchcraft.
Ministry of Witchcraft.
Lord, Papalo, how dare you, Lord? You had
No.
such good jokes.
Ministry of
Ministry of Magic Zone.
yeah, Ministry of Witchcraft.
Ministry of Witchcraft.
That's what we talked about last time. Was the Ministry of Witchcraft.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's hot, but I'm doing okay, man. How are you doing?
We're getting there, man. Boredom, brokenness. Guys, it's not good being unemployed. It's not pretty. It's not pretty
I
all.
mean,
Yeah.
at least those are your only problems.
Yeah, the raising of the hand won't help, Papalo.
It will, because
It will not help. Yeah,
You're
like I
speaking-
already know the
you're
mic
speaking
should
on
be
top
here.
of the mic. It's not picking it
Like
up.
the mic. Really, it isn't
It
picking me up.
It
Oh, okay.
was.
Now it's
It was.
picking up.
Okay,
Now-
so now is it speaking now?
Yeah, now it is.
Can you hear me now?
It's better now.
Is it loud enough?
Now you're just screaming.
Yeah. Just
That's
to prove
great.
my point. Anyway.
We need the mic.
We're trying to get the hang of this.
Yeah,
Someone pay us.
forgive us,
We're trying to
especially
get
for
the
this
hang of this.
episode.
We're trying
It's
to get
very
the hang of
chaotic
this.
right now. Papa, no thanks to you.
I'm an innocent child.
Anyway.
We love you, Mapalo.
No, we
No,
don't.
you don't.
No, we don't.
Maybe we.
See?
No, I do. I do.
Even
I
he
do.
doesn't love you, so
I
no,
do.
no, we
I
don't.
do. I like
No, we
Mapalo.
don't.
I like Mapalo very much.
Look who's getting bullied on the bully. on the bully.
Speaking of it.
Speaking of bullying,
Speaking of bullying, that is the title of our topic today. We are going to just take not a holistic approach of it, but a more, what should I say, personal approach to it, because we've experienced it, especially on our ends here in the
yeah,
CB.
a
And
few seconds ago.
yeah,
I mean-
we are coming from the copper belt, so yeah, we'll take it on the perspective of where we're coming from and how maybe
Mm.
we experienced it, how we feel people that actually maybe do the whole bullying thing might feel. It might be the wrong approach to take it, but I guess when we say it out loud, the whole other side of how we view it might come out. So the more we speak about it and we give it like a train of thought,
Yeah.
yeah, a perspective might come out as to why maybe these people do what they do. We on our end as well are bullies. It could not just be physical. Maybe that's what we associate bullying with. It could be just physical, but no, even mental, emotional, psychological, and all that stuff. So today we'll dive into how we've had like different experiences. I'll share my experiences. I don't know if you gentlemen will be comfortable sharing your experiences. Safe space though.
If he cries, if he cries,
Because I was really about to say, like, if Toast
Ah.
cries.
Why
If
would I
Toast
cry?
Because you really wanted to talk about
I know I
bullying.
did want to talk about because it's
You
a
really
topic
wanted
close
to
to
talk
my
about
heart.
bullying.
It
And
really is a topic close to my heart. But I will not cry. Promise.
I hope.
Promise the viewers.
I hope not.
I might shed a tear. Maybe I don't know.
tear or
But
two.
teardrop, baby. Do like,
Yeah,
a
man.
wheezy here. So.
Hey man, so like, why do you want to talk about bullying? Why did this like come to your mind and be like, I want to talk about bullying? You know, because you've been talking about it for a while. I remember from like last week, you were like,
True.
let's talk about bullying. Let's talk about bullying.
It's
Let's
more-
talk about bullying.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Blink
I'm fine.
twice if you're in danger.
Trust me, I'm not going to cry.
Are you being
I-
bullied by
like
someone at home?
I've said no, I'm not. But
Okay.
why I'm really emphasizing on really trying to hit this topic on the nail as early as possible on our podcast is that it's something that's really destroying like a lot of kids out there. It could even be a whole lot of grown-ups out there that are being tormented by a certain type of bullying. Doesn't matter whether it's on social media, whether it's in their workplaces, whether it's at school. But I feel on my end, since we're looking at it from our place, on our side, on our maybe in our age group, so going to probably start it from a phase of like uni, then going into the workspace, then going into society in general. So yeah, that's how I'm saying, because it's a really serious issue. You know, there are now social media laws that are permitting cyberbullying and all these things. It's something that needs to be talked about. And if like, I feel if I could share my side of it and what I feel would be the best way to approach it, we're not going to do this.
Hey man,
I'm now trying to have like a serious train of thought, and now
but he's just helping. He's just helping you.
it won't work.
It's
It really
working.
won't work.
He's the sound guy.
But I guess so.
If you,
we'll
if you
get
don't
you.
hear,
We'll
if you
get
don't-
you a
if
stand.
you
We're
don't
trying
hear
to.
Toast,
We're
it's
trying
not
to
my
get.
fault. It's his.
Toast needs a mic stand.
0968 578 How would we need sugar? It doesn't get attached with the mic.
Yeah. So whoever really, we'll get one.
We'll get
but
one,
if we
but
can
yeah.
get one faster,
It'll be
and
great.
anyone
Really
wants
great.
to help us,
It'll be great.
please. So just hashtag toast. Hashtag mic stand for toast. Hashtag mic stand for toast. So
As
Anyway,
the
let's-
tribal
let's-
chief.
Let's go back to the topic at hand. So, what do you think bullying is? Like, just by definition.
I don't know, man. Just treating people unfairly. Treating people unfairly, unprompted. You know, like, man, that's a hard word to define.
Define it, eh?
But like, I guess, I think somewhere along the realm of unfair treatment, unwarranted treatment, teasing. Yeah, I don't know.
Did you ever get bullied?
Yeah, all the time. I got bullied. I got bullied all the time. I got bullied by my sisters. I got bullied in school. I got bullied through primary. I got bullied because I've got a big head. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's evident. Yeah.
yeah. So I got bullied because I got a big head. And I'm pretty okay with it right now. I'm just like, it's fine. But back then I would be like, why do you guys do this to me? Why do you want to bully me? You know?
Like, what have I done?
Yeah, and my sisters used to bully me. My older sisters would just be like, you got a big head, you got a big ass head, man.
Out here, where-
Like anything you do, and your big head. You know?
Just let's let it.
You haven't woken up, you and your big head haven't woken up. I was like, eh. You know when the clouds pass and they cover the sun. I was like, can you sit down? And I was like, can you sit down?
This is not right. We're supposed to talk about like a sort of sensitization here. So anyway. That's
Yeah.
how I go. That I must.
It's alright, man. Some of those jokes are pretty good, but
Yeah. No,
but at the time,
loud one was great.
it was very demoralizing. You know, I felt like, man, I wish I had a smaller head. And that sounds funny. But I would be like, how can I get my head to look smaller? You know, I tried to just I tried to like make myself smaller generally, like just to be unseen. I was like, let me make myself unseen. So just like, let me not go around like where there are lots of people because someone crack a joke. So I tried to kind of keep to myself.
So it messed your self-esteem up.
It really did mess my self-esteem up quite a bit.
Do you think the whole aspect of this whole your head thing and whatever, do you think it's sort of shaped who you are? Like how you're like just a little bit reserved?
Maybe.
Like you would keep to
Maybe. I think so. I think I won't say like just like bullying me about my head, but general interactions that I think involved bullying and whatnot. Some of it stuck to me. But generally growing up, I think I was a little bit of a reserved kid. Generally, I think I'd rather, my sisters would bully me, but I'd rather be hanging out with my sisters at home watching TV than going outside to play. I like being at home. But yeah, to some extent, I think during my life, I think it really pushed me gently to like a soft reservation, to be just more reserved than more outgoing. But just in a small way. In a small way, I can say it contributed. Yeah. It did.
Toast, did you get bullied?
Did I get
Why do you think we call him Toast?
Did I get
Why do you think we call him Toast? You think that name?
Really?
You think that's a cool name?
really, Palo?
But I think about it, it is a cool name in a sense.
It's a very cool name. It's a very cool name.
Like,
It's a very
because
cool
you
name.
owned it. Because you ended up owning
because
it.
I
He
owned
owned
it.
it.
I must say, because I
He
owned
owned
it,
it.
and I must say, like, there are sadder moments I've had in terms of how
Sadder
that
feeling really
yes,
gets
like the
you.
sadder moments that have come out as a result of that issue. But I feel, just to contrary go away from what Vito said, where he said the bullying didn't really make him who he was. For me, it actually did quite the opposite. It's like the bullying sort of shaped me to like be, for lack of a better term, like stronger mentally. Not to say I was not that I was a weak person mentally, but I wasn't. I wouldn't have like been able to solve or do certain things I do now if I had that mentality. Had I not, I'm not saying bullying made me, or bullying is a good thing. Bullying is not a good thing, but for me, it made me a stronger person. It made me have some character to myself. Like before, I was just easygoing. I'd just do whatever, man. I'll just go with the flow. But when you meet certain people and they make you go through certain hoops,
They put you in your place.
man,
They put you in your
they'll
place.
put you in a bubble. Man, you have to get out of that bubble because ain't no bloody way you're going to be stuck in that shell for such a long time and just take it every day. It's not right.
Okay, so from what I'm hearing you say is it kind of sounds like you're saying that there was some positives to your bullying. So I'm going to go around and ask you, do you think everything you thought was bullying is still bullying? Are there some events that happened and at the time you thought you were being treated very unfairly and you were isolated? And have you grown up and thought that really wasn't bullying? Do you feel like at some point do you think you were just too sensitive at some point?
I think
Or
so.
do you feel like
I think especially when it came to my family, I felt they were in the aspect as well because they'll tease me about my teeth. I'm like, oh yeah, your teeth are all over the place. Yeah, all sorts of funny names, and especially that would happen at school, like high school or primary school. That would happen in primary school, and very early I got thick skin. When I was a bit young, I'd cry about it here and there, but then the older I kept getting, the more thick skin I got, so I took it. They would call you a name, you'd laugh about it, you'd throw back, and that became like my thing. I'll throw back probably just a little too more aggressive.
You threw back.
Yes, like it became like now it became if you tell him this, he's not going to do. He'll be okay with it, but expect something. Like he'll say something far worse. So, the teasing at home was equally the same. I think I don't paint it like in a bad teacher. Like I went through some, but it was like friendly fire at home because would tease each other about this.
It's a back and forth, back and forth thing.
Mom, dad would all be into the jokes about it. And at the time, I felt like But like, I'm going through this at school. I come back here and I find the same thing here.
What's the pressure?
Like, what's the pressure? But like,
what's
Is
it me?
is
There's
it me?
Hey,
Like,
there's no
do I have
safe
a problem?
place.
Yeah,
No
like,
safe
yes, like,
place.
do I have
No
a- do I have
safe
a- do I have a
spaces.
problem? Is something wrong with me? And of course, like he had talked about, where you start thinking about like, is there a problem with me? You start to question a little thing, a few things about yourself physically, but then you tend to realize that there's really nothing wrong with me. It's just, are people ready to accept me for me, or are they trying to correct something about me? But then the older I got, I understood. Even people just didn't understand what was going on at the time. So what they were familiar with was, if somebody that doesn't look a certain way looks that way, you talk about it. You let it out. You make that person know that, hey, you're not fitting right in this place that we're in. But then over time, I think we've just really gotten a bit better now. Of course, though, I feel the bullying is no longer maybe physical, just confrontational. Now it's gotten...
So when you say we've gotten better, do you mean like what do you reference? As
the
people in your family, are you guys are you just
feel...
better now?
No,
Did you have an intervention where like this
up?
needs to stop?
No,
You guys are my family.
No. I think it's not the family aspect. I feel like as a society we've gotten a little bit better. It's not as bad as it was back in the day. I think the bullying is not as bad as it was back in the day. I feel I'm going to say this one time. It wasn't bullying, because we started off with the confrontational word type of bullying, but now it's like physical bullying. Grade 10.
What do you mean? Where they beat you?
Beating?
You said physical bullying.
No, let's say physical bullying. Yeah.
When? Or in high school?
In high school.
Oh, I thought you meant at home. I was
No,
going to be like,
no.
I thought he meant now, because he was like, now things have gotten better. Now
Oh, like now
they just beat us, and that's where sticks and stones may break my bones.
But at home, they beat me.
Anyway, so anyway,
elaborate, please. Can you make it understandable?
I think I need to probably clear myself better. So grade 10, we had like a Christmas party at the time. Should have been like a Christmas party. St. John's Convent, yeah. So yeah, these mandems that would be from like other parts of town that would take advantage of us from convent school, because good for children, we've got time, we've got a shirt.
I'll say something later.
Okay, so yeah, we're from convent. Sorry, I'm lowering my voice because I need to reiterate the point. We're from convent, we're good, kind people. St. John's, Catholic.
Yeah.
So we have all these things attached to us as like a school.
Okay.
So people viewed us as a little weak.
Also, you get bullied as a school.
You used to get bullied as a school.
You had it on every level, man. Every level.
That's why you can't touch
encountered.
me.
Now,
Now,
I see why you brought this up. You just
Yeah.
like, man,
You can't-
I've been through it, and I just need to talk about it. This whole platform really came about because Toast wanted to talk about how bullied he was.
He wanted us to
growing
therapize
up.
him.
Yeah, it's just like, hey man.
It's not really simple. I'm trying to make the story out there so that people shouldn't feel like they're not going through certain stuff. And like I've gone through I've gone through my fair share of bullying, but I'm not saying it's a good thing. But you just have to be able to take it in and hopefully come out better. And there are ways you can slowly get out of it better. But anyway, back to my story. So it's the end of year party. We're all sort of dressed up in a clothes uniform-ish. I was in a uniform.
In your CVs.
Yes, but no, I was in a uniform.
You're that kid who came in your uniform?
Yeah, I was a sucker.
That's why you got bullied, bro.
Probably.
No wonder.
Hey, he's out there standing out for no reason.
Your friends are swagged up you.
And
then
then
you
you
got
got
yeah,
your
yeah,
uniform.
So
It's a bata because convent used to wear bata.
yes,
It's a bata.
so I'm outside. We're just having, we're having a time of our lives. And then this guy, I won't mention names. This guy.
Do I know him?
No, I don't think you do.
Is it Bill?
It's not Bill. Why would Bill be there? No! Outside of the school, so it's not in school, it's outside of school. So
One of those tax collectors.
yes. We're going to view tax ZIA are the registered tax collectors.
Again, was
anyway.
was it Bill?
No.
The legal
Again,
Bill?
so no, for the people that don't know, So in Kitwe, there was a time, I think they're still called tax collectors.
No.
But I think,
I don't think it's there anymore.
I
Like-
don't think it's there anymore.
like lingo language, there are people who used to call by tax collectors. So there are like bullies that would come to your school, high
Bunch of
school,
bully tax.
probably high school. They would
Such
come
a
to your
menace.
school and they'd
Bro.
get money from
Such
you.
a
It,
menace.
it depended on how much money you had at the time. Because there were situations where you needed to have like money on you to like if you wanted to survive that beating or whatever was going on, you had to have some money on you at all times. Whether that was before coming to school or after. But the worst was after. So you can imagine, you had money, you used it at
Transport
break
money.
time, you used it at lunchtime. So you had to leave something for lunch for in going home because you just never knew who you could meet. And then because of how convent was, you had to go through town. The trip to town was an experience on its own every day. It felt like the Royal Rumble, man. Like you had to go through.
Can I just say?
You had to go through a couple of people.
Can I just say, if you grew up in Kitwe around that time, tax collectors taught you budgeting and stuff. In a
I'm
sense.
telling you.
Yeah, they're like,
Pretty
okay,
much
they're
taught
like,
you
this
low-key
much,
budgeting.
this much is going to be for here. The money for transport is going in my socks.
Lunch is
Something is going in my underwear, and then they'll be like, you just be like, hey, this
you
is
can
all I
search,
have.
like this.
in
Nothing.
my,
I don't have.
in
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
thigh.
You couldn't even be eating something in the road. You
You
know?
couldn't.
Because I remember, I used to like buying like samosas and like a drink and Apple Max from what's that place now?
Where?
JC.
I thought it was Tamishilas, but anyway.
JC.
What's JC?
Not JC. What's the other one?
Which one?
Is JC the new one?
JC is old.
This is old.
JC is the old one. What's,
JC
that,
is the
what's
old
that
one.
other one?
Which one?
Which one?
There's JC and then there's the one where there's termites now.
That one's older than JC actually.
What was
Yes,
it called?
yes,
Did
yes.
it have a name?
I don't know. I don't
Renaissance.
really remember.
Parin anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yes,
there.
Renaissance.
I don't know.
Renaissance.
I don't know if
Renaissance-
that's,
it's
I don't know
Renaissance
if that's
bar.
what the
Yeah.
supermarket was called.
Yeah.
But yeah, they used to sell like, so I could buy samosas
Yeah.
and like a little drink, and I'm eating on the way, and then that just makes you a target. It's like,
rich
these
kid.
guys even eating.
It's guys
And I'm
out here,
eating,
out
and
here
I've
in
got
the
my
struggle.
bag, it's a big bag. I'm a chubby kid, and I'm just like this guy. He's got money.
He's got money.
He's got money.
Let's get him.
And they'll find me, and then I'm just there, food in my mouth, and it's just like, and they're like,
What's
I
up?
never
Yeah.
got
Okay,
nabbed like
what's
that,
up?
you never got me. They just used to catch me, bro. Just like I just walking. And
What
they'll
the
be like,
man, I'm slacking.
What do you slacking?
I know. Most of my bullying experiences are from grade 5 to grade 7 because we just moved back to them. My parents used to teach in Botswana and Swaziland. There's that thing for majority of the teachers used to run away and come back. But anyway, we came back in like 2007. That's grade 5.
Oh, so you're one of those kids.
I was one of those kids.
targets
I was-
because you come with your foreign manners.
No,
You
no.
come with your
No.
foreign manners back in Zambia, and then you expect us to just be like whatever.
Bro, like, welcome, man. Like,
Just like
what do you
just
do,
come
bro?
with a
What do you do?
sign,
Hey.
So-
and it's just like we have to bully you now.
There's always
Like,
that
yeah,
thing
we
for
have to put some
Did you
ways
have
back
an
into-
accent?
No, I didn't have an accent. I spoke
Thank
Bamba.
God.
Are you sure?
Very sure. I spoke Bamba.
Okay.
My,
No, but
my, first,
Paulo wasn't that type of kid, though.
my first language was Bamba.
Oh,
Even as
okay.
much as most of my formative years were outside of the country, my parents made sure we speak Bamba.
Okay.
So
okay. Wonderful.
I spoke Bemba, and it was shocking because I came to Zambia and I was expecting Bemba in class,
Oh.
but I went to a private school, so there was no Bemba in class. But I was like,
Okay.
okay, weird, because I went to
Okay,
a school
okay.
where we spoke the local language,
Yeah.
so it was kind of like a culture shock. But anyway,
Okay.
English was a culture shock.
English was.
It's like
it was.
I don't remember this much English in the country.
Yeah, no, I was shocked. I mean, I'm not supposed to be speaking Bemba. What's going on?
Okay.
And the bullies are like, "Are you sure you come from another country?" This kid's just too vernacular.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
So-
like, who's this one face to?
And they never believe because I'll be like, they ask me, where are you from? I was like, where were you before? Like, I used to learn when I was in Swaziland for a year, but before that, when in Botswana. Lying. Yeah, liar.
Of course, of
Okay,
course.
what were you doing?
We need to
My-
sla- we
my
need to
parents-
we need to find a way. Like, I'm part of those type of people that when you tell me, oh, I was here, I won't say, oh yeah, you probably will, unless you give me enough reasons or you show me enough characteristics. Oh, this guy is from another place.
Yeah.
Otherwise, unless you come and- unless you come and-
Are you saying that's who you are?
Yes, that's who I was. I never took it. Oh, I was in this place. No, I refused.
Toast is xenophobic.
Yeah.
Those are the early traits
Oh,
of
what?
a xenophobic man. Toast is an advocate of xenophobia. Tell me otherwise. Tell me otherwise.
But
Tell me
tribalist.
otherwise.
But
that
tribal chief.
Toast,
Hey, it's
Mr.
tribal
Tribal
chief.
Chief.
Hey, that it's in the name. It's
So Toast
in
is also,
the
by the way,
name.
Toast is also a tribalist, and now he's also
As
into
xenophobia.
Is into xenophobia.
Yeah.
And they do go.
Alright.
They go,
Yeah.
they go,
Alright.
they go,
So,
they go.
Grade, for grade 5,
Enough.
grade 5 to 7 was always, especially grade 5. Grade 5 was the thing of, I'm not from here. Like, I'm from here, but I'm not really from here.
Okay.
Like, and they never believed me. So it was always a thing of, kakene kakuboswanaka.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think because I don't know if they thought because I said I learned outside of the country that they thought I was saying I'm a rich kid, which wasn't the case. Which wasn't the case.
Easy target.
Was never the case.
Easy
Yeah.
target,
It was
Malo.
never
Your
the case.
flex puts you in the fine line.
I think I wasn't even flexing. I was
Well,
just
don't matter. Don't
that's the
matter.
thing.
Your
Like,
flex
kids are
puts you.
mean. Kids are mean.
Kids are mean.
Kids
are
are
mean.
very
Kids are
mean.
mean.
Kids are relentlessly mean.
Grade 6.
Relentlessly
Grade
mean.
6. There was my school used to have this thing for Livingston. There used to be a Livingston trip.
It's always there for like a lot of
Yeah.
kids.
It was pretty cool.
It was
Yeah,
pretty
it was
cool. But I
cool.
never
It was
went to. I never went to the Livingston trip
Why?
because my parents said no, last minute. Now imagine,
Why?
bruh, like
Papa, are your parents bullies also?
yes they are.
Are they bullies
Bruh.
also?
Yes they are. Like
Uh-huh.
how long was that before? Like maybe like 2-3 weeks before the before we go. Then my dad just came and was like, I'm like, I mean, I have a passport, as in everything said. It's not like it's my first time outside.
Is
Yeah.
that like, everything is good?
Everything
What's the
is
problem?
good, bro? What's going on? Then my dad was just like, no, you're not going. And I'm like, and I was upset. I cried.
You can.
Yeah, I'd cry too.
Now-
I'd cry too. Grade 6, man.
Now-
I'd cry too.
Bruh, now the bus came. The week before, just get the feel of the bus. Those who have paid, let's go. Got them into the bus. And those who have paid, let's go.
Do these people not know what they were doing to
Those
this
who
child?
have paid.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Those who have paid get into the bus. They get into the bus, right? And then the bus goes around the school. Then this kid was like, bye, smile and wave, boy, smile and wave. And they're waving at me. And how many? Like 2 other kids in the
Who just paid late, right?
they
Or
didn't.
they
They
go.
weren't
They didn't go.
going.
They didn't go.
They
Okay.
didn't go. They
At
weren't
least you're
going.
not alone.
Yes, I wasn't alone.
Okay.
But there was only 2 girls who didn't pay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I was the only guy who didn't pay.
Okay.
So all my friends are going, smile and wave, boy, smile and wave, and just they're like, damn. I cried, class. Head
In
down.
front of the girls?
In front of the girls, bro.
Man.
Bro, even the girls used to even the girls used to read me a new one.
Damn,
Just
Paulo.
giving
Damn.
everyone reason to bully you.
Bro,
I'm telling
bro.
you,
So
you're not-
basically, grade 5 to 7 was like the worst years of my life in terms of bullying.
Yeah.
So grade 8 and 9, I think I gained a trait of some sort of being friendly with a bunch of people.
Okay.
Actually, I still kind of have that trait because I can assimilate into any kind of friend group. So I was in I was part of the smart kids. I would find myself there. The thugs, find myself there. Then some of the girls, I could also find myself there.
I'm
Like
finding it very hard to believe you.
what? Some of the girls.
No, just everything. I believe in this.
Yeah, Mops is a guy's guy.
I'm not the guy's guy
I'm not
Mops
saying
is-
that.
Mops
I'm
is a guy's
It's just very hard to believe.
that I was bullied.
This backstory that you're telling us, but do
Bro, I've lived
I
multiple
mean, he
lives.
could have
man.
just blossomed, you know? He'd be
No,
like,
because
"I used to be bullied."
Mapalo at St. John's, it was just he just appeared. Boom.
No, that's the thing. At St.
Oh,
John,
you were at St. John's?
Yes,
yeah,
that's why I
eight-
knew him, bro.
Oh.
8 and 9,
Oh.
was Keto Basic. 10 to 12
Oh,
was
okay.
St. John. And that's where I kind of changed a bit because 10 to 12,
Just switched up and became a whole different beast.
I wasn't a beast. I was
Are you
still,
sure,
I was
Papa?
still a good kid.
No, that's that's a pot for
I was
another
still
day.
a good kid.
That's a pot for another day.
I was still a
think
good
we'll
kid.
probably have to host some St. John's Dodo.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
so everyone could just tell the truth.
I was still a good kid in grade 8.
But,
Okay,
you know,
grade 10 to 12.
As in a good kid, like, what do you mean? Like, oh, you're not playing with girls. That's what Toast is trying to say?
anyway.
My mom might watch this. I wasn't
yes,
playing
yes.
with
No, we
girls.
respect the madam and respect your mom.
grade 10 to 12 was
Hey,
they were good years.
let's
I
not
never
go
I never
there.
I never.
Let's
Yeah,
focus.
we just say they were good years.
Yeah, good years.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all.
The only bullying experience I got from St. John, I think it bullying experience from a government school, but I went back to a private school, and then there was a bullying experience.
It was back on it.
So, so we're walking, a bunch of guys. We're walking, and we spot the informed tax collector at that point. He was informed. Basically, that was his peak era.
I was like,
Yeah.
That was his peak era.
because do you know there were different bullies at the time had like peaks.
The
So
peak-
there was a time when won't mention names, but different guys had different peaks. So there was a time when in this year this guy was the one that was happening. You met him, look the other way, bruv. There was another time when this other guy was in his prime. You saw him at the bus station, you looked the other way. There was a time when the other guy was wherever he
Ongan
was.
Pajango Ban.
Yes, you had to look at him the other way. Man, it was literally Django Ban. Like it was
Django
a
Ban.
Django.
But so we see Mandem from like a distance. Okay, I have to say his name because he's famous, man. Taka Taka. Heard of Taka Taka?
R.I.P.
I don't think I know him.
There was this guy called Taka Taka. He was a bad man. He was a bad man. If you see him in a short, don't run away because he's going to chase you. If you see him in jeans or slacks, he won't chase you because so much work. But you see him in a short
Yeah.
and slippers, it's late for you, man.
It's late for
Just meet him. Malaka.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're a group of us, like a bunch of us, like maybe like between 5 to 5 to.
Was Francis in this group?
Francis was there. Was me, Francis, Nathan.
Francis
How many
was our former sound guy.
He ran away from us. I went to the Saga to work for Airtel. Can you imagine?
He has to see this episode.
Yeah.
But do continue.
So we see Mandem from like a distance, and then one of the guys was like, "Guys, takatako yapo," and then in my head I'm thinking, I only have enough for transport. So if I give this man my transport money, I'm going to have to walk, and walking to Mpelembe from
so
St.
you
John.
used to live.
Yeah, he's living in
Yeah.
Pelembe, so I have to walk from St. John to Pelembe.
It's quite a walk.
That's quite a strap.
Quite.
I mean,
quite.
sometime later on, I ended up strapping because of certain pocketing money. But anyway, we see Mandem at a distance, and we had like a meeting, but we're like, guys, tako yap, to ask the shot. What are we going to do? So we start. People start hiding their monies. Some guy puts his money in his tie. Some guy put the money in the socks. Immediately, which way was where we were. He was like, Shiba. He knew one of the guys in our group. Shiba. Marcus. Baby. No, none. Marcus, no, none. Then I was like, Taka. Then he was like, no TikTok, my mother. Because we can't curse any.
Yeah.
No TikTok.
Family show, by the
No
way.
TikTok, mother.
Family
Time.
show.
Mother, none.
Yeah.
And then in my head, I'm just like, relax.
I like how these how these guys like to be so gangster, but like the English was just it wasn't.
Can we just bleep the
Eh,
swear words?
It was just there. It was.
I'll try and edit.
It was
because
just
yeah.
like
I
it
am
was
the
always
editor.
going this way. They
they
would be so gangster. They would come up to because the fact that you're going to approach like private school kids, you have to go them. It's two approaches. They'll come at you English. Maybe if you know a couple words, cool. He'll ask you for money. He'll do this and this till he gets aggressive. But then there's now the guy that knows he can't speak a damn word, but he's like, yeah, I saw it in a movie. That's how that guy approached us.
That's how that guy approached that other guy.
like a Samuel
And then
Jackson.
now you're just
Hey.
like, and now what? We can't laugh. If we laugh now, it's going to get worse.
It's going to have,
But this guy is already he's going off the rails.
Namun Shiva. No TikTok, motherfucker.
You guys want to hear some statistics about bullying from UNESCO? How many, what percentage or what fraction of people do you think of the youth like go through bullying?
In the world,
50%.
Yes, UNESCO, bro.
I don't know, percent of the youth,
Because there's a fraction.
70%.
As a fraction.
Half.
Half?
Yeah.
Okay, so you said half, you said 3/4?
Yeah.
About 1/3. 1 in 3 people.
Oh, 1 in 3 people.
Yeah, 1 in 3 people. Who do you think, with the genders, who do you think gets
Guys.
experiences more bullying?
Guys.
Guys, that's true. That's very true. Guys experience more bullying. I think guys, I think about 32% of the youth between 13 and 17 years old experience some sort of bullying, and for females it's about 28%. About 28%.
But girls are
experience.
mean.
Yeah, but apparently guys are meaner.
No. I think guys are mean to, but they still have limits to an extent. Girls don't have limits.
It's like a whole
Sometimes,
thing.
almost times.
True, but anyway, these are the statistics. I don't know if it's an average. So maybe in Zambia those results might be
Could
skewed.
be different, I guess.
It might be a bit different for Zambia, but on average across I think a couple countries, as far as the UNESCO sample size was, that's about it. Yeah. So yeah. Have you ever been a bully?
Me?
Toast, have you ever bullied someone? Or
Yeah.
someone ever accused you like, Toast, you're a bully?
Yeah.
I didn't like how you treated me on a particular day, and that was bullying.
Yeah, and I felt it stemmed. Again, I'm not trying to like play victim here. I felt it was like more like a product of my environment to some extent, because I
Okay.
felt
You grew up with bullies.
I grew up with bullies all over the place, and I felt, because I talked about how I had to stand out and make something out of whatever I was going through. So my approach towards other people at some point became that type of way, because I felt maybe that was my way of expressing like care to somebody.
Yeah.
You bullied them,
Mm-hmm.
but that isn't right. That isn't right. Not everybody should be able to take certain things. Some people can take your stuff, some can't. And I think especially people that you don't know,
Mm-hmm.
just be very frank with them, be respectful to them.
Yeah.
Unless you get to know them, then maybe
Very
you
true.
can just flip your mask and just turn into the Joker. But yeah, I've had a couple encounters. People have accused me of this and this, and I'll admit, maybe I said the wrong words at the wrong time, and I did a couple bad stuff. But yeah,
And, I've never bullied it.
Do you think maps really? You know how
No,
bullying?
I think I have. I'm not sure if I have, but I don't think I
are
have.
you trying to use?
Intentionally,
Are you
not
trying to?
intentionally.
Are you trying to?
I
Are you trying to use your good boy persona and say
I don't have
done
the good boy persona that
You-
didn't exist. The good boy
you
persona.
you think so?
Mm.
It doesn't
The
exist.
good boy persona that really exists.
Okay, Mr. Good Boy. If you say so. If you say so.
But I don't think I ever. If I did ever bully anyone, I don't think it was an intentional kind of bullying.
Okay.
It was that kind of like friendly fire thing. Because the more you grow, if you've been bullied before, if you've been bullied before, the more you go, you don't want to bully someone. But if you do end up bullying someone, it's not really intentional.
Which brings me a very good point. Sorry, sorry, I was stressing that. It's the whole bullying back. It goes two ways. Like you said, there's sometimes friendly fire, and then there's just very extensive bullying where he has to feel the way I felt. So bring me back to, like, it's like a culture shift. So high school, grade 8, 9. So grade 8 in high school at the time. I'm speaking from my time. There was a sort of like
Bazezi.
yes, there was sort of like a recurring theme that schools, whether it be private or government-owned schools, grade 8s were like the most bullied. If you are like the lowest grade, they'd be the most bullied. Yeah, Azeze and everything. And then 9, you'd get a little bit of some leeway. Grade 10, if your school ended in grade 10, so you're like the marquee guys. So now you're doing the same because you made people go through those things. So that sort of energy got transferred to universities. Afresha, first year students. First years you went through a certain the bullying's different now. Like in uni it was a bit different.
It's
It's not
more banters.
Yeah.
Yes,
more
it's
banters than anything.
but some people don't take it that way. Some
They
people don't
don't?
take it. No, they don't. Some people hated first year. They only enjoyed school as the years went on, because now they got leave on certain things. I mean, the whole you're going to write exams. I was for it. I didn't mind it.
Important.
I didn't mind it. I was like, hey man, it's okay. Like
Important.
whatever. It is what it is. You know, it's school culture. But others didn't take it well because they weren't raised that way. You know, and they found it to be very detrimental to the way they looked at life and how they
Very
looked at the
intimidating.
school. Yeah, it was pretty tricky. So even me bringing this topic again, as much as I was bringing it into like a whole comedic side and whatever, it's a serious issue, and a lot of people have gone through it in like a very bad way, such that yes, they've subjected other people to the same bullying because they went through that bullying. I've seen kids that were they were okay kids. they went through the whole bullying phase, they became bullies themselves. And the cycle keeps shifting because you know the next person they're bullying is going to bully the next person. So yeah, I would say this factually, like bullying just can't end. It can be reduced, but it just can't end. Like it's a very difficult thing to pin down. It's a social thing. It's something that, of course, can just be trickled down, but it can't end because there's always somebody trying to take advantage of the next person.
If your kid came to you today and was like, Dad, kuskuru, they laughed at me.
Would I laugh too? Would I laugh at him?
You'd ask him like,
No.
why did they laugh at you? And if the joke was good, you'd be like,
No, I'll chuckle first of all.
Sunny, I know you're upset, and that's
yeah, that was a
everything.
good joke.
But that was a good one.
How would you advise your kid? How would you tell him?
If they got bullied in high school.
No,
Okay. Yeah. You
Just
said
say-
they came to me and
Yeah.
they said, "Oh, I'm going through this and this in
Yeah.
school." Yeah. First of all, I would advise him to report this to the authorities. That's the school people. If the
Nah.
person, look, hear me.
You get your kid beaten.
No!
Yeah, your kid would be a snitch.
No,
You get your
yes,
kid beaten.
no, but like, look,
Yeah.
I'm not here raising what's the word?
Snitches.
I'm not here raising snitches, right? But I don't want people to get away with certain things. It's not right. So, hear me out. You asked me the question, so let me answer before you're out there calling me a snitch. I'd be like, hey, report the people that you need to report them to. But if you can take care of business, thank you. If you can take care of business outside of it, hey man, take care of business.
So you're telling your kid to fight.
Yeah.
That's what Toast is saying. Is like, I'm
Pretty,
making sense
yeah,
of
no,
that.
I'm all for self-defense in a very positive aspect of it, not in terms of fight back, revolution. No, like fight back, stand up for yourself, man. Gashupa.
My chick.
What they're being silly. Take them, do whatever it needs to do. Handle it.
Now we're talking about how do you deal with bullying? I know
No,
there's,
if your- if your kid-
there's bullying on all sorts of levels. You know, people, our friends are having kids and whatnot. But even there's corporate bullying. You can be in your workplace and you are being bullied by your boss or your co-worker or just someone within the workplace, and you're being bullied. And it's a whole lot different than when you're in school because you might not want to, make your boss upset or make him feel like, you can't take the punishment, because sometimes they bullying in the workplace comes in the form of do it for the team. You're doing this for the team. You don't know you're being bullied. It's kind of just like in work banter sometimes. It's work banter, but you might find it offensive. You might find you're being singled out. Maybe you do things a certain type of way. That's completely fine. Or maybe you are a certain religious denomination, because you can equally get bullied for maybe being a Jehovah's Witness or an SDA or a Pentecostal, depending on maybe the majority of the denominations there or where you come from. Right, where you come from. Sometimes it's even tribal bullying. Sometimes they pass it off as jokes, and they'll make you feel like, oh yeah, Bemba, and they'll make jokes about it. Oh yeah, Tonga, oh yeah, Lozia, and you might get offended by that kind of thing. Yeah. So how do you deal with corporate bullying? Well, it's difficult to say because your superiors might have, or not might, definitely have a certain power over you. And if this goes to maybe HR or something, it becomes really tough for you to defend yourself because your boss can equally just say, this guy is disobedient, he's not a team player, try to involve him in the office banter, but he's not compliant, and you kind of miss out there. So when you're older, you need to have a much tougher skin. And you need to have a much tougher skin. So that goes back to when you plan on having children, right? You want to have kids, and you, like, I think Mapalo asked, like, if your child is being bullied, what do you do, right? One might take the pacifist route and say, don't do anything, just ignore the bully, don't do anything, ignore the bully, and it'll go away, and just keep your own space. Others might say, fight. He hits you, hit him back. You might be that parent to say, I'll support you as long as you never
shy away.
You never, through the first blow and you're defending yourself, I'll defend you. You know, I'll go to the school and I'll fight the teachers. You know, I'll fight the teachers with you. But then, you know, you also want to prepare your children for
Real life.
situations where maybe you can't
fight back.
You might ruin your life if you do
fall
fight back. So it's a balance. Sometimes you have to be thick-skinned and take a certain level of punishment, but then again, it shouldn't be a level of punishment. It shouldn't be punishment anyway. You shouldn't feel like you're being punished. So that's when you have to decide and say, hey, am I in the right workplace? You know, am I in the right workplace? Am I in the right work environment? Because that starts to eat at your mental health as well. Because you don't have to be in an environment where you feel like you're suffering. You feel like you are not yourself in any way possible. So you have to start thinking, now, is this the right place for me? And you might want to start making moves and say, hey, maybe find a better environment. When you go back to kids, and maybe the bullying just won't stop. Maybe as a parent, you might think,
take
let me just get my kids out of this school. I think whatever is happening is too much.
It's too much.
Maybe
It's
the
not helping them.
authorities in this school can't do anything about it because, you know, bullying is so integral in like certain aspects.
It's very
you know,
difficult to
school.
just pin down and just.
It's
try
very
not to stop.
difficult to, you know, make sure that maybe your child or whoever is protected from bullying, because it's hard. Even teachers struggle to see like, oh, this kid is being bullied, because bullies know when they bully people.
And especially these days, because teachers don't have as much as they used to have.
They don't have as much as power as they do have, right? So now let's talk about the bully now, right? We've talked about being bullied and how it was horrible. Toast, you've talked about how at some point you were a bully or you bullied someone, and you know the truth of the matter is that I don't think people become bullies naturally. I don't think.
You're not out of the womb. Bully.
Yeah, you don't just come out of the womb and just feel like I'm a bully. I want to cause harm. There's always something, you know. But I always say, I don't know if anyone, I think Toast have told you that. I always say, whenever something like that happens, it's not an excuse, but there is a reason. There's no excuse for looking down on someone and treating them poorly, but most of the time there is a reason for bad behavior. And what are these reasons? Usually starts in the home. Kids who are abused tend to be abusers. You know, that's one aspect. Sometimes children who are abused, they want some control in their life, and maybe bullying is how they get it. Maybe that's how they're acting out. That's their external reaction to whatever is happening internally, or whatever is happening at home, and they come out that way. And it could be just a cry for help. It could be to have some sense of control in their lives. Other kids are bullies because that's what they see. If they're bullied, then your parents are bullies. You know, sometimes it's just monkey see, monkey do. You know,
like
so
it's normal.
Exactly. Maybe your mother bullies your father, or your father bullies your mother, or maybe your older siblings bully each other, and that's what you know, and you think that's how you should act.
Normal. Yeah.
You know, and that's how you should act. So you might think like, I want kids and I don't want them to be bullies. What should you do? You need to act right. You need to speak about things. You need to apologize. Your children need to see that you can resolve conflict
Without
just with your words. You know, if you don't get what you need or what you want, can you show your children that they can be patient? Because sometimes bullying is like, oh, you want something and you be a bully about it, or you want to express yourself and you be a bully about it, or if you don't agree with someone's opinion, then you be a bully about it, right? You then express an opinion opposite to what they're saying because you don't think it's right, and that's bullying.
Pretty much.
That's bullying. So now, how do you teach your children to understand that you can have different opinions? You can have different opinions. You can have different thoughts, and you don't have to be mad at someone's thoughts. You don't have to enforce yourself onto someone, enforce your beliefs on someone. You know. So it's all in all. What are we saying? We say bullying sucks.
Bullying
But
does.
what can you do about it? You there's lots of places to start. You can start by making sure that no one from your home ends up being a bully. So, you know, there are traits of bullying. You can tell if someone is a bully. Or maybe someone just reports that, hey, man, your kid is a bully. Don't be quick to to anger and say, hey, you're lying, that's my kid. Think about it sometimes. Observe and say, okay,
Where is
I've
it
been
getting from?
accused.
Where is this coming
Where
from?
is this coming from? Is this true? Can you make more observations and also just learn to treat the people around you with a certain level of
Respect.
respect, and show respect so that people can learn that they can also show respect. So that's one way we can address bullying. Other ways we can address bullying is how? Just in our community, just be nice. Be nice, guys. Let's just be nice. Be nice, be polite, be courteous, and you never know. You might actually show someone that there are good people out there, and they'll take that positive energy into the world. So that's my two ingwe on the matter about bullying.
Very informative. All right. Again, Jesus. We guys are coming towards the end of our discussion. Is it like this? All right. So we are coming towards the end of our lovely discussion on bullying with these fine gentlemen. I believe we've exhausted a lot of issues that I felt were dear to my heart that I needed to express. Hopefully we'll have more discussions like this, maybe in detail, maybe in different aspects about it. It's not the first, neither will it be the last. And hopefully next time we'll have somebody. We'll probably have some psychologists or people that have more knowledgeable issues on that aspect than no, we're not bringing you here. As much as you may want to dance, we're not bringing you.
Kilis wants to say something.
Do you want to come in, Kelusa? Do you want to come in?
Would you like to say something?
Do you want to come in? Come. Do you want to take the seat? You can take the seat.
There's no need for makeup. It's already like it's done.
You
Or
dropped the
like-
glasses. Dropped your
Come on,
glasses.
man. Come on,
Even
man.
have to- even
You're
have to do
burning,
the
you're burning
fun.
daylight. You're burning daylight. Come on.
Mandem is just finding himself out now.
I'll give you my seat.
That's fine. It's fine.
That's fine.
As a sexy nigga. As a sexy own.
Introducing sexy nigga
What's up, guys? How's it?
Oh, good.
Hey,
Good,
hey.
good, good, good. Do you-
Should
do
I
you-
introduce
do-
myself, or you guys are going to introduce me? I think my palo should do it.
Well, didn't I?
Okay.
Because it looks like he's a professional. He's got. Like,
I am no
okay.
professional. I am learning on the job, basically. This is Kelusa,
Thanks, guys.
a friend of the pod.
Friend.
I don't know. Would
I'm
you
a
like to be
patron.
an accomplice?
A patron. A patron of the pod.
He's a patron of the pod.
Yeah. Supporting small businesses since.
Wow. Small businesses.
Supporting small businesses.
Ah.
It's
Oh,
only-
you guys were the minority.
We
No,
are the
no.
minority. We
Like,
are the
I'm
minority.
not denying that.
He's
I'm
an
not
ally.
denying that. He's an ally.
I feel bullied. I feel like we need to express that. I need to blow the whistle. This feels like bullying.
No, we're just from talking about bullying. We're not bullying you. We're giving you a platform. It's not bullying.
Platform bullying.
Okay.
There's no such thing
Nice
as
one, pretty nice.
there's no such a thing as platform bullying. Anyway, guys, this is the first of many. Shout out to etc. for hosting us here. Shout out for Audacity for the clothing, even though we don't have shirts.
Not yet.
We're
Not
just
yet.
resorting to vests
No,
and
not yet. Not yet.
summer shirts.
Let me say something about Audacity. Anyway, so the sponsors for today or forever, because I mean,
He's out
forever.
here doing product placements.
I mean,
Yeah.
anyway.
I'm
shameless plug.
not shameless plug.
Shameless plug. So okay, so Audacity Clothing sponsored today's podcast. Shirts are only going at 120. Hoodies at 250. Soon to be coming back at us because I mean, guys. So good follow kotuma. So yeah. Also, we are shooting from etc. Studios here in Parklands, right opposite Parklands Secondary, or formerly known as Kito Basic. We shoot podcasts. We shoot acoustic sessions. So feel free to come through, and we will shoot you. Tush tush.
Did he say
Pew, pew.
shoot you?
Yeah, we'll shoot you.
Who shoot you?
Pew pew.
Are you sure that was the right word? Who
Pew, pew.
shoot?
We
Tukamikopa.
coined it. Pew pew.
Tukamikopa.
Kamikopa, pew pew. The chaos. The chaos. And it's hot, guys.
Yeah.
It's hot. It's
Eh.
quite
I'm
hot.
out here looking like a fountain.
Pretty much.
The fountain of youth.
Fountain of youth.
Thanks, guys. But,
Anyway, thanks for watching,
Anyway,
guys.
guys, See you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.